WHNT News 19's Kristen Connors live downtown with their renewed concerns.
Well, Greg, here in Cortland, a doctor says there are streets where people are affected by illnesses, and advocates say it's because of the water. They handed out fresh bottles to people here today.
Here you go.
In Cortland, a grassroots effort is waging a war against time, carrying a burden, their fears about health and water quality.
There were 54 cases of cancer all across the board. There was 14 cases of renal failure and 11 cases of autism just on 2 streets in this small town.
Brenda Hampton is leading the charge to give away thousands of these bottles and confidentially collect residents' health information for research.
You get your slips, then you can come through here and we'll give you the water.
We're trying to get them some clean water because right now we do have a need.
She says it's personal.
I lost my mother to renal failure. I lost my grandmother to renal failure, my grandfather to renal failure.
Daniel Allen came to Tennessee Street for a case.
It's hard to afford when you have to go out and buy bottled water
Many we spoke with say they've been suffering for years.
I spent nearly 2 years on a dialysis machine, waiting on a kidney. I was one of the luckiest that got a kidney transplant. I know several from this general area that weren't so lucky. Several passed away waiting on one.
After the advocate's announcement Friday, Thomas Ray says he won't be drinking from his tap.
Not now, I'm not.
Those like him want an end to their confusion, an answer about what's been happening to them, and accountability for who may be responsible.
Been going through it for so long, it's just got normal, but I don't like it. I mean, we gotta do something about this.
That's why Hampton says she'll labor on.
I'm going to fight until my last breath.
Now, they had about 5,000 bottles of water to give away here. They've since stopped for the evening. But the advocates want to be clear, this is not an effort that had started today. It is not an effort that has ended this evening. They say as the study continues, as things progress there, they want to make sure that they're doing what they can to get clean water to the people who want it. Live in Cortland, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19.
Connor has been at the scene on Knowlbrook Drive at Hilltop Terrace all day. And Kristen, what have you learned?
Police have been here on Knowlbrook Drive for hours. Meanwhile, the community here is shaken and concerned as we work to learn more about this investigation. A heartbreaking scene on Knowlbrook Drive as family members learn the fate of 3 people inside this home, 2 of whom are related. Police say a relative came to this house Tuesday afternoon after trying to contact one of the victims and getting no answer. Inside, 3 people who may have been dead for as many as 12 hours before they were discovered. Police didn't reveal much about the scene except to say
it was an obvious homicide.
This community who knew the victims spent hours outside the crime tape waiting for word. Some, like Cornell Martin, came for moral support.
To let the family know that we stand in solidarity with them, that we are hurt with them, we grieve with them.
Martin's organization, Chill Huntsville and Stop the Violence, is about reducing crime like this, but he says his granddaughter knows one of the victims, and it stings.
She's very saddened and hurt.
Aside from sharing prayers, hugs, and shoulders to cry on, this crowd also provided initial information for investigators searching for leads.
These people that are out here definitely are helping us, absolutely.
Police maintain this triple homicide, while a rarity in Huntsville, isn't cause for widespread alarm.
We have enough information to believe that this is an isolated domestic incident, so we don't want the public at large to be real concerned for their own safety, but definitely keep this family's in your thoughts.
Until someone is in custody, police ask you to be alert and careful as they hunt for someone who does not want to be found. Live in Huntsville, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19. This little produce stand is a labor of love for John Clift and his wife.
I was raised on this farm, so I'm a 5th generation farmer.
Jack Clift, the family patriarch, recently sold most of this land to developer Louis Breland. But this Clift will continue to grow here. In the coming days and weeks, they will plant all the classic summer vegetables to sell here at S&J Produce.
Have you ever been there before?
They already stock the classics from tomatoes to potatoes to these ripe beauties.
They are perfect, good, and fresh.
But they have a problem here. They want everyone to know they're open.
Last winter, when the sale of the farm took place, 90% of the people that have come by here were under the impression that we were included in that. They said, oh, we're so glad you're here. We thought y'all were going to be gone.
Clift says they opened this stand on Thursday, but sales have been down so far. He thinks that's why.
We've been trying to explain and get people to put on Facebook and share with their friends that we are, in fact, in business and we plan on staying.
And expanding.
We're going to build a new building.
Even farming an additional 13 acres this season.
One right there.
The Cliffs take pride in what they grow. They just need people to realize they're still here.
If they know we're around, they're going to want to shop. You know, everybody's got to eat.
In Madison County, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19.